Okay, here we go. The Pen and Maggie Show.
He's about to get crazy and wild. Stay for a while. Don't touch your radio dial.
Pen and Maggie Show.
Kicking it back, sports talk. Listen to that and stay tuned for some giggles and laughs. Go.
Don't worry about it. Just let it happen. It's always there on the tip of your tongue, and don't swallow it.
Welcome to the Planet Mikey Show.
That Billy, he's a funny guy. He's a nut. More about him in a moment. The Planet Mikey podcast moving slowly and inexorably toward 1 million downloads. Yep, soon we'll catch Wilt Chamberlain. He had over 1 million downloads. The Queen is dead. Smitty?
That's correct.
Ben?
Yes.
The Queen is dead. Yep. I thought Queen died when Freddie Mercury died.
I thought she was very cool when she was younger.
I banged her.
Yeah.
More importantly, the Red Sox are dead. And so are the Patriots, maybe. We don't know. We'll talk about that, too.
And also, I want to hear from you about the new pitch clock.
What? The what?
The pitch clock.
Like, what? Yeah,
They're going to institute a pitch clock.
I have perfect pitch.
Can I get a C?
God damn it.
Ah. That's a C.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of C's in high school. Let me tell you something. That was my thing. I was a C student, and my parents were so upset because they said, you test like an A student, but you study like an F student. So I ended up with C's. It's fair, very fair. Mm-hmm. Okay, so well, where do I begin? First of all, Ben's back.
Hi.
Yeah, congratulations, Ben.
Thank you.
Yep.
He's back. He was down there talking about a job he was going to get, and I saw him before he left. He's studying up, reading the manual on how to clean porta potties. And apparently, no word yet. A lot of guys trying for that same job.
There was a lot of guys at the tryout there. Fortunately for me, I brought gloves. Some didn't.
Oh.
Well, you keep them in your car, right?
Yes.
Because you're a criminal on
all the
side.
time.
Yeah.
Can't be leaving fingerprints anywhere.
Phil Smith, his part-time job is as a criminal.
That's right.
Yeah. We don't even know about this stuff because he doesn't talk about it.
I think he has like a Superman kind of name. It's one of those fantasy names like Captain something.
I worked with a guy in radio named Kent Clark.
Kent.
He was great. He worked with me at 91Q down in Hartford.
Did he look completely different when he took his glasses off?
He looked exactly the same. And he
weird,
had
huh?
By the way, he had no superpowers at all.
You sure about that?
With or without the glasses. Good guy, though. Good guy. We like to say he's a good guy, though. You know what I'm saying?
Were you as Jimmy Olsen?
No, I was no cub reporter at that point in time. I was a seasoned veteran. Are you kidding me? And I was going to say make a dirty joke about Lois Lane, but I'll stand back from
Don't
that.
do that. We love Lois.
Yeah. Notice that all the people in Superman comics always were L related. There was Lana Lang and Lois Lane and Lex Luthor.
Lara Logan. I don't know. I just thought I'd say that.
he secretly has a crush on her.
Just a little bit.
Bill Lee, who was on the show, was great. My favorite line from his last week's podcast with us was, I said, "Well, how old are you going to be when you make your final pitch?" He said, "Well, I got 8 years left on this battery for his pacemaker."
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
That was a good episode.
Did you know that Bill Lee had a lifetime? You know what a winning percentage is, right, Ben?
Yes, I do.
That's the percentage of times you win the game that you start, or that that you get the decision in. Bill Lee had a lifetime 569 winning percentage. Now you say, well, that sounds pretty good. Well, guess what? It's better than good. Better than these Hall of Famers: Jim Cott, Jim Bunning, Gaylord Perry, Don Drysdale, Ferguson Jenkins, Don Sutton, and Dennis Eckersley. So in other words, Bill Lee won more games percentage-wise than all those Hall of Famers. 119 wins, because he obviously was out early, kicked out of the game by the Montreal Expos management. What a bunch of douchebags they are, huh? Douchebags.
I think since this is being videoed, I think you should wear these glasses. I think you look a little bit more professorial.
What, you don't like me bespectacled?
Let me see what you look like with those on. Now, come on.
Like Clark Kent.
Oh, look at that.
Nerd.
That's right.
You guys are trying to make me look like a dipshit.
Well, I just thought maybe it would improve your appearance.
Well, we are We are videotaping these episodes.
You just said you're ugly.
I don't care. That's how it rolls off my back like water off a duck.
Mikey
Ben.
once said he had a face like a catcher's mitt.
No, I didn't say that.
I thought you did say that once.
Blocked punt. Blocked punt.
Oh, that's right.
So here we are with, I don't know what episode number this is, and we have long since stopped doing the numbers because it doesn't matter. We just know that there's millions of people that'll be, very soon will be our total number of downloads. We're getting close to it, and I can't discuss that any further. However, the advertisers are coming out of the woodwork now. All of a sudden, everybody wants to advertise on this program. And I must say, right from the get-go, that we are brought to you by... No, not that. Don't push that button.
I'm not going to push it by.
We are brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates with 5 offices serving you and serving, well, especially if you're losing your hair. That's right. They're not really serving you if you're not losing your hair because that's their thing. But I must say that...
What's that new technique he has?
Well, let me just get to that for a second because Ben wasn't here. Ben didn't hear about this.
Yeah.
It's called hair banking. Yeah. If you've had an early withdrawal from your head, from your follicles, you're follicular challenged now because of the hair thing, the baldness, and pattern baldness, or maybe you just rub your head up and down on the pillow too much, too many U-turns under the sheets. Whatever it is that makes you bald, Dr. Matthew Lopresti and Leonard Hair Transplant Associates now offering hair follicle banking. This involves the harvesting of the high-quality follicular units of your hair with the goal of cloning them and re-injecting them into the scalp so that it's your hair and it grows on your head, but they can basically put your hair follicles in a bag and then say, okay, here's where we need to fill it in. And it's unbelievable. By the way, only 9 hair transplant companies in the whole world are doing this. And the only one in New England is Dr. Robert Leonard and Dr. Matthew Lopresti.
They're probably teaching everybody else how to do it.
It's unbelievable. And this is where technology and science is going now. It's your hair, but they take it and they clone them. I love this, because there's so many bald guys that wish they could have a full head of hair. Leonard Hair Transplant Associates and Dr. Lopresti, here's what you do. Go to hairdr.com, okay? That's their website. Or call 1-800-GET-HAIR and arrange for a free consultation to see if they can help you. And, of course, they can. There's a million ways for them to help you. But they'll tell you the best way to help you because they're the very best there is at permanent hair restoration. I had mine done in 2003.
You look fabulous.
And the hair is, look at it. I mean, look at it. I got a head full of hair. And a lot of famous people, if you follow Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy had his done with Dr. Lopresti. Wes Welker, who was the slot receiver for the Patriots, looks great. His hair looks tremendous.
He does. He came in into the studio and he looked great.
Yeah, Christian Fourier, a Toucher from Toucher and Rich. Toucher, I don't even know her. Ho, hey. But call my good friends at Leonard Hair Transplant Associates and tell them Mikey sent you, and that and they will. I promise you, they will help you with your bald situation. Okay?
What do they get if they say Mikey sent me?
They get a big hug. I'm very popular there. Now, you know my friend Billy who came in from Florida?
Yes.
Who sat here with we did the podcast?
Yep.
This is really weird. I'm on the phone the other night. I was trying to invest in an online CD for my children's. Mm-hmm. And I'm on the phone with this lady, and I'm trying to go through the motions with her. And I said, so, where's your bank? Said located. She said, Tampa, Florida. I said, I love Florida. I said, I go to Naples every year to see my friend Billy. And I'm telling this lady, the minute I said the word Billy, my cell phone rings. It was Billy.
Uh-huh.
Now, we've had close calls where, he called a minute before or a minute after or the next, when I hung up the phone. This was right when I said his name, and we were doing a 20-minute discussion, me and this lady. And all of a sudden, I mentioned Naples, Florida, and Billy, and bang, the phone rings.
How long?
And he hadn't talked to him in 5 days.
I was going to ask, how long had it been since you've spoken with him?
5 days. 5 days.
Do you think you have some kind of superpower?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I suggest you use your superpower for good instead of minor coincidences.
Well, look, I mean, the minor coincidences are just part of the thing. And how do you know I don't use it for good?
Do you have a superpower name?
For example, I see a hot woman walking down the street. I use my X-ray vision every single time.
Really?
Yeah. I always want to know what color underpants.
What's the most unusual?
So I can hold it against them if I
What's the most unusual thing you've seen doing that?
I got to tell you. I was looking for the color of the underpants.
Yes.
It was so unbelievable. And I looked and I said, "What is that?" It was a turtle in
Not a potato.
No, live,
the underpants.
Oh,
a live turtle.
yeah,
An animal.
in the underpants.
She wasn't turtling.
No. She wasn't. No, women can't turtle. Only guys can turtle, right?
Is this X-ray vision something that we could develop ourselves if we practiced?
Oh hell no,
No.
no. You got to know somebody. Smitty, you do nothing but commercials all day, all
That's
night.
right. That's what I do.
You do a million commercials.
Yes.
You've probably done, seriously, more commercials than anybody in the history of Boston radio.
I don't know. They saddle me up.
Did you do the 1-800 call Busy Dog commercial?
No, did not. But I know those people. They're very nice.
You've heard it, though.
Oh, yes.
Right. So they have, it's a call 1-800 Busy Dog.
1-800 Busy Dog, yeah.
And so you'll never have to worry again, right? That's how the jingle goes?
Correct.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
If you call 1-800 Busy Dog, so you never have to worry again,
Yeah.
what if Busy Dog is too busy? Can't talk to you.
The busy dog is
Then you should
always
be really
busy.
worried.
Then you worry right then? You worry then and you say, oh, okay, now I got to worry again?
That could be. But
Just keep on worrying because they're busy at Busy Dog?
the busy dog solves the problem every time.
Because I'd like to, I have a lot of worries and I'd like to get rid of some of them and I'd like to get on the phone with Busy Dog, but they're busy.
You should call 1-800 Busy Dog right now. You okay, Mike?
So I went golfing with the guy from Resonate, my friend Pete. He runs the Resonate, one of the great dispensaries of all time.
Were you golfing at the Shining Rock?
No, not this time. No. This time I'm taking him to Shining Rock. Pete and some other friends I met there at Pleasant Valley.
Yes.
But I got to tell you, they're doing great. Resonate is great. You know, we started spreading the word for them. We were the first to talk about
First
them.
ones, yeah.
And they're doing fabulous. They really are. Everybody wants the cannabis that they have to sell in their dispensaries because it's so much better.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally clean from top to bottom, the entire process at Resonate. Now I'm giving them a free plug. They're on Millbury Street in Worcester, which is right near the Millbury line.
Isn't that where you first experienced
Blue Dream. To this day, my very favorite strain. I don't know if you guys heard this, but there's a bunch of new words that have been put into the English language. Merriam-Webster and other dictionaries have added wordage to their. Wow, is it hot in here?
No.
Is it humid?
No.
Is it me?
No,
Yeah.
it's you.
Do I smell?
It's you.
Yeah.
I just showered right before I came here, so I keep. You're lying to me. I don't.
But you
There's
showered,
no way I
butter.
can smell yet. I showered in garlic and muskox piss.
Hey, that garlic's good for you.
So is the muskox piss.
Do you have vampires in your neighborhood?
No, we have bats though.
Oh.
So maybe I do have vampires. There's a lot of bats flying around our house.
Bats eat mosquitoes, so they're beneficial.
I love.
The more you know.
I love bats because they flap around up there. They never really come down and bombard you. They never land on your hair or anything like that. But they're up there eating the mosquitoes. Is that what they're doing up there?
That's it, pretty much.
All right, some of them.
What is
Some of the
Mike?
words that are new in the dictionary, you guys are going to. First of all, we all know that the times are changing,
Yeah.
and a pandemic can come along and inject a lot of things into your lingo. But for example, in some of the modern technology, video doorbell. That never was a thing. You know, now it is. It's in the dictionary. Supply chain. That was never a thing, and now it's an actual word. But there's
One word?
Well, I typed it as two here. If you see here, Ben, supply chain. But it's a new thing in the dictionary.
Yes, it's in the
So
dictionary.
the whole purpose of this whole segment. But the cool ones are the ones that are slang. You know, because slang is something that, you got to be kind of hip, got to be kind of streetwise.
You wouldn't happen to have a few examples?
I do. I'm glad you brought that up, Smitty.
Sure.
I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to say these words, see if you know what they are. Let's see if you're hip. Okay?
Go ahead.
Yeet.
That's a form of
Y-E-E-T.
That's a form of cheese.
No, it's when people come to your house, you say, yeet.
Oh, Chet.
No, that's not what it is. It's jeet. It's used to express surprise, approval, or excited enthusiasm as a verb. The verb yeet To throw, especially with force and without regard for the thing being thrown. Now, I don't know what that but I know the word is. It's right here. Yeet.
Would you use that in a sentence, please?
I don't know how, because it's an interjection or a verb. Yeet. Janky.
That means a little shaky, sleazy. You should be worried about that.
Are you naming the seven
You would
dwarfs?
have to call 1-800-BUSY-DOG to calm yourself down.
They're busy. Janky means of very poor quality, like junky. Janky instead of junky. It's like they've hippified it.
That's right.
Not functioning properly or adequately. Faulty. It's janky. Did you know that one?
I kind of knew that one. I did not know what yeet meant.
Why
but
didn't you say something?
I was thinking, and I don't think very fast. Getting slow.
You know, I don't really think very fast either.
Oh, slow down.
All right, how about sus?
Yeah, like you're suspect of something.
Yes, suspicious or
Sussing
suspect.
something out, yeah.
How about Luke? Lewk. Luke.
No. Warmish?
It's a fashion look that is distinctive to the wearer and that is noticeable and memorable to others. Like he's got a Luke.
Oh, Luke.
Whatever. Luke,
He's
I'm
got
your
a Luke
father.
about him.
I'm your father and I dress like this on purpose, Luke. How about pwn?
Pwn.
PWN. Pwn. To dominate and defeat someone or something, like own. It's like when you own somebody.
You pwn them.
I mean, why do they have to change it? It's a perfectly good word.
Yeah.
It describes.
Why
the
did they make it
scenario.
longer? Normally you shorten these things up, right?
How about
Just made it longer? Stupid idiots.
Adorkable?
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Cute monkey.
Well, socially,
Yeah.
if it's
Exactly, a cute monkey.
who throws his turds at you. If you're socially awkward or quirky in a way that is endearing.
Oh.
That's what adorkable is.
You're adorkable.
Okay, were
Mike.
these necessary? MacGyver.
Well, that's fixing stuff.
Yeah, that's right. To make, form, or repair something that is conveniently on hand. I MacGyvered my my
Mercury
condom.
Marquis.
It was.
How'd you do that?
I put a little silly putty in there in a hole, but it's just a hole. What can go wrong with a condom? They can roll up. They can pop. They can have holes in them.
That's right.
Yeah.
What if they made noise? What if condoms made noise?
They would make noise.
Like every time it was like a squeak.
Well, if you get them into it, it won't do that.
How about baller?
Baller. Oh,
What's
that's
a baller?
That's a guy who plays sports.
It's a shot collar.
Excellent,
20-inch
exciting, or
rims on this
extraordinary.
Impala.
No, it's generic. Excellent, exciting, or extraordinary, especially in a way that is suggestive of a lavish lifestyle.
Oh man, he's a baller.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
Yeah.
This guy's a baller.
That's right.
Now, is he a baller if he was a member of that cult where they remember they chopped off all their testicles, the ones out in California, what was it? It was remember those murderous, suicidal...
The ones that were going up to the comet.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
What were their names?
I've forgotten, but they
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's
That's what
Gate.
it was. Heaven's Gate.
They cut off their balls and they all wore sneakers and took the what they.
Yeah.
they
Other than that, they
poisoned
were
themselves?
totally normal.
Yeah.
You know.
It was like Kool-Aid or something.
That's something.
They drank the Kool-Aid, right? Isn't
left
that where that
their-
comes from?
Left their physical body and went up to the. Yeah.
See, that's dumb because you know what? You don't know. What if you're wrong?
But you know, they believed it. Isn't that interesting how they believed it?
It's not a lie.
It's a nice way to decrease the surplus population.
If you believe it, it's not a lie.
Thanks, Costanza.
I believe her.
I understand that we have 3 sponsors in tonight's podcast. Let's hear from exciting Mike Adams with a word from LinkedIn. As you gear up for fall, you need the right people on your team to help your small business fire on all cylinders. LinkedIn Jobs is here to make it easier to find people you want to talk to about the job faster and for free. You can create a free job post in minutes on LinkedIn Jobs to reach your network and beyond to the world's largest professional network of over 810 million professionals. Then add your job in the purple hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile, which spreads the word that you're hiring so your network can help you find the right people to hire. Simple tools like screening questions makes it easy to focus on the right candidates for the job you have open. It's small businesses rating LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires against leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs helps you find the candidates you want to talk to faster. You know, every week, 40 million job seekers visit LinkedIn. Post your job free at linkedin.com/Mikey. That's linkedin.com/Mikey to post your job for free. Terms and conditions may apply.
Well, that was a pretty good job you did.
Thanks,
there.
I used to be in radio.
I was going to say,
I was.
Sounded like professional.
40-something years I was in radio. No one ever noticed.
I did.
Especially my wife.
Ben did.
Where have you been? I'm not telling. I don't know if you guys heard, but the stock market dropped 4% today.
4.
Do you guys have 401ks?
I do, yeah.
I do too.
It's
And
great.
I hate to say this because it sounds like I'm beating up on Joe Biden, and I'm really not.
No, it's not just him.
He's a fabulous
He
president.
doesn't know what's going on. The other guys are pulling the strings. It's a managed decline of our country.
Well, I've lost 10% of my 401k since Biden took office. Now, let's just pretend, like for a second, let's pretend I have $1 million in there, which is ridiculously wrong. That means I would have lost $100,000 since Joe Biden came in.
Yep.
Let's say I had $100,000. That means I've lost $10,000. It's a little more than that.
Let's say you had 10,000, like a good number of people do.
Then you lose it. It's 10%.
Yep.
Now you say, okay, well, what's going on? The country's kind of weird right now because inflation's up 8%, and the stock market, which is your nest egg or whatever, is down 10%. Mm-hmm. That's basically kind of a redistribution of. Now, I heard Charles Payne.
Love that guy.
He's brilliant.
Yep.
And he's a really, really good guy.
And he just tells the truth.
Yeah, he seems I don't know, just like as a reasonable person. But he went on the television saying, the Democratic Party has to stop wagging their fingers at half the country and hating half the country. Because in saying that half the country, which is basically the Republican Party, it hates America or they're bad for America, and start doing some things that's good for all Americans.
Positive, yeah.
Because when you jump in and you say, all right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Inflation's rampant. We're going to print more money and pay for the college education of these people. That's inflationary. Of course it is. I don't want to get into politics because I'm a happy guy, basically.
You are, and you promise not to be angry anymore.
But when you see your own personal amount of money get just in one day, 1,200 points, the Dow dropped today. The NASDAQ dropped 5%. The Dow was down 4%, and the Standard & Poor was down 4%. It's like, it's just eliminate. It's basically a eradication of wealth, personal wealth.
But KJP tells us that everything's fine. The economy is strong. It's just like the border is secure.
Yeah. Well, that's commonly saying the border's secure, and even Chuck Todd, who's a notoriously liberal person on MSNBC, looked at him and said, "You think it's secure?" He was like, he couldn't believe what he was hearing.
Yeah.
This is a terrible situation we're in, and it's got to end soon.
They look you right in the eye and lie.
I understand Ben has a contest for us today. Ben?
Yeah, would you like to play a little quiz? Would you like to play
As long as this is not who gives the best back rub.
foot rub? Would you guys like to play together or against each other?
What kind of contest is it? I mean, if it's
It's a music quiz-ish. Music / history.
Okay.
All right, go, Ben, go.
All right, let's do this thing.
So,
Smitty's really good at this.
You guys can play together. You
Mikey's
guys
a genius with this stuff.
This is a 10-question quiz all about one song.
10 questions, Mike.
That
One song
is called "We Didn't Start the Fire" by Billy Joel.
Hope it's not Wipeout by
You guys
Safaris.
have lived through all of these events, or at least Bill has lived through all of these events.
I don't
All right?
remember them.
Question number 1.
Yeah.
In Billy Joel's song, "We
This
Didn't
is more
Start
of a
the Fire."
history test.
The first 2 lines reflect people and events important in 1949, which was the year Joel was born. Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter Winchell, Joe DiMaggio. Why is Red China on the list?
Because of Mao Zedong.
Okay, I can give you guys some options
Chinese
here.
Revolution.
China replaced its traditional yellow and green flag with a predominantly red one. The communists took party in China and established the People's Republic of China.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that one.
That's the one, I think.
All
I
right.
win that one. Thank you.
Well, we're playing together. We'll see.
wasn't even born
We'll see how you guys do together.
I wasn't even born yet.
And we didn't start the fire. These lines reflect 1950.
I wasn't even
4 years before you were born.
Wasn't
I
even
gotcha.
born yet.
Joe McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Who was Joe
I
McCarthy?
banged her.
Joe McCarthy was the guy that was looking for communists.
Wait a minute, I was-
Senator Joe McCarthy.
Do I get a shot
You're
at
working
this?
together, but yeah, you
The-
can
it's
jump
the
in. You,
Hollywood-
you kept saying you weren't
McCarthyism,
born yet,
the-
so.
I win.
The Hollywood 8.
All right, these lines are also from the song Eisenhower Vaccine. England's got a new queen.
Yeah. Oh, she's dead now.
Marciano Liberace, Satayana, goodbye. Which of the following statements is not true of the year 1952?
Go ahead.
A.
I wasn't born yet.
A. George Santayana, philosopher and novelist, died.
Yep.
Eisenhower was elected in a landslide victory.
Yes.
Liberace, famous pianist, died in a plane crash.
No.
Okay.
That's
Now,
gone.
that one's pretty obvious.
Liberace.
You win.
Liberace. He
All
died,
right.
Did he die in a plane crash? No.
No.
He was in a cockpit. He was banging on his organ, playing with. Hi, this is Liberace. I have a new silk dress I'm wearing tonight. You want to see my shoes?
You know, that guy, he played it perfectly. He made millions and millions of dollars. And he's an icon. What a guy.
Yeah. He was really tough in a hot tub.
All right, these lines mention regard 1953. Joseph Stalin, Malenkov, Nasser, and fucking Rockefeller, Campanella, Communist Bloc.
Yeah.
Why are Stalin and Malenkov on this list? Stalin died and Malenkov succeeded him as leader of the Soviet Union. Stalin took control of the Soviet Union. Malenkov published Anna Karenina. Stalin defeated Malenkov to take control of the Soviet Union.
There it is right there.
Stalin was exiled from the Soviet Union. So you want to go Stalin
I'll go
defeated?
exile.
Stalin was exiled.
Yeah, I'll go exiled myself.
Okay.
This is kind of weighty.
I
and
think Stalin died then. But
this is kind of heavy, for a fun contest. I mean, this is like going to history class and having a quiz.
well, we're seeing who's smarter, and so far Bill's winning. I see why you're upset.
No,
about
I
this.
wasn't even born yet.
Did you
All
hear
right,
that, Mike?
1955.
I didn't
you were
become
one.
cogent until I was one. That's when I started to read.
Einstein, James Dean, Brooklyn's got a winning team. Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland. Of the people listed here, who died in 1955?
James Dean.
James Dean. Yeah, his friends called him
September
Jim.
30th, 1955.
And
Wow, you know the exact date?
Yes.
And then,
Really,
of
really
course,
sad.
I was so sad. I was crushed.
he went on to start before he died the biggest breakfast sausage company in the world. Jimmy
How
Dean
dare
sausage.
you?
Jimmy Dean sausage. Remember Jimmy? Hi everybody, I'm Jimmy Dean. Try my sausage. It's real good. I have good meat. Remember that?
That's right.
1961.
Okay,
Hemingway,
this I
Eichmann,
will get.
Stranger in a Strange Land, Dylan Berlin, Bay of Pigs Invasion. Why is Eichmann mentioned here?
Oh, Adolf
What's
Eichmann.
with you and the Germans and the communists? And all
Eichmann committed suicide rather than trial. Adolf Eichmann went to trial for crimes against humanity in World War II. Eichmann was acquitted of crimes against humanity and went free. Eichmann was hunted and killed by Israeli agents in Austria. Which one would you like?
He went to trial.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Are these correct?
We're going to find out after. We're going to see how smart you guys are. We're going to see how smart you guys
I
are.
like the instant gratification.
I know
of
you
the-
do.
of the-
That's why I
is
wanted to delay it for you.
You should have gone like this. Is it correct? Yes, it is.
Pope Paul, Malcolm X, British politician sex, JFK blown away. What else do I have to say? Who killed JFK?
He really killed him, or they said he killed him?
Well, what do you think is the most likely of the options
Oswald.
I have? Okay.
But
The CIA.
yeah, well,
Oh,
there's
you're going to go down the rabbit hole, aren't you?
no. I'm not. I'm just going to mention that there's more than just the FBI and the CIA. And,
Oh, there were a couple of shooters. Yeah.
Well, there was certainly the anti-Castro Cubans, that were involved in this. The mafia, was heavily involved in that. I think Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy.
Yeah.
I really do. In fact, Patsy Oswald is what
Jack Ruby shot him and killed him to shut him up.
Absolutely. And then strangely died of cancer while in prison a year later. They injected him with cancer cells, Jack Ruby, so he wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
I believe you.
That's we'll do a whole show on that someday.
Oh, no.
Back and to the left. Birth control, Ho Chi Minh, Richard Nixon, back again. Moonshot, Woodstock, Watergate, punk rock. What was Watergate actually?
It was a hotel.
Is it a hotel or is it an office building?
The Watergate Hotel.
It's a hotel, okay.
Yes. Well, it was both.
These events
It was,
and
though.
people from 1983 to 1984, Wheel of Fortune, Sally Ride, heavy metal suicide, foreign debts, homeless vets, AIDS, crack, Bernie Getz. What did Bernie Getz do that was noteworthy?
He shot
him up on the subway.
I got that one. I beat you.
All right. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, but when we're gone, it will still burn on and 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 on. What is one logical explanation of the course of we didn't start the fire? There has always been and always will be events and people that change the world. It's fun to play with fire. The earth has always been on fire and we can't figure how to put it out. Aliens are burning up the earth.
Number 1.
All right, let's submit the answers.
Multiple choice, though. It's got to be not multiple choice.
All right, you got a couple wrong here, gentlemen.
Go.
You got 2 wrong.
What?
You got 2 wrong.
China and Stalin.
Yep. No, you got the Stalin one. It was Stalin actually died, and then Einstein and James Dean died.
Oh. Einstein. Forgot about him.
Oh, both of them died the same. Oh, well, you asked the question as if it was only one person who died, though. The James Dean question?
I just said of the people listed here who died in 1955.
Ah, yeah.
James Dean,
So we singled it down to one person. And
It was pretty good.
Einstein
8
died
out of
too.
10?
Yeah.
We didn't start the fire.
And then he came up with a theory of deadativity called E equals MC dead. Remember that? Remember that?
I do remember
E
that.
equals MC dead.
Yeah.
And it was one of his least favorite deductions.
The people and places depicted in the Planet Mikey podcast are purely fictional. Any similarities to actual people, places, or things, living or dead, is purely coincidental. No animals were harmed in any way during the production of this podcast. Well, okay, we did play Red Rocket with one of the puppies.
One of the puppies?
The other one didn't have a red rocket.
I'm looking for some notes here. There's something I'm supposed to mention. I mean, I could probably ad-lib it because I know all the facts about it. Right?
Well, you're supposed to mention how you did week 1 of the NFL because the Patriots did horrible, but did you at least make some money?
I was
Mikey?
trying not to mention that. I have the notes on a betonline.ag. Is that what it's called?
Yes, sir.
So I don't need it because it comes up automatically on my computer. I just click the icon. Yeah, I don't need the thing. Now he lost the rest of my notes.
Oh, well.
BetOnline.ag, though, is... Now, let me just tell you how I did. Because I hate to even mention that I was a loser the first week.
Well, again, you were like Nostradamus last year.
I lost one of the games that I had in a combo that would have given me a parlay win by 0.5 point.
Which one?
I think it was the Bengals. I teased
Okay.
it, and I didn't have... They lost by whatever, and God, that's frustrating. But you know what? The first week is a week for educational purposes. Like, who thought Pittsburgh was going to beat the Bengals? Nobody.
Yeah.
Not even Pittsburgh.
Who thought Houston was going to tie Indy?
Yeah, a tie. That's another one that killed me. I lost 2 out of my 3 bets that I lost were because of I got killed. I got crushed by the elements. But you might be better than me at this. And secondly, week 2, you always learn a lot from week 1, and that's when you make. Last week in week 1, I had nothing going on.
So week 1, I have a theory on week 1 in the NFL for bets. I don't like spreads or any of that because you really have no clue who's even ready or anything like that.
So what do you
I
do?
just hammer the under. Hammer the under.
Right.
That-
And you would have done very well with
Yes.
that this week.
Week 1, week 2, yeah. I usually stick to the under for the first couple weeks of the season, but particularly in week 1.
So you go to betonline.ag, and the most important thing is you can get your money back before you even spend it, where you put it in there and you have a 50% bonus that CLNS
BetOnline.ag
BetOnline.ag
provides you if you type in the promo code CLNS
That's right.
50.
You type in CLNS 50 as the promo code, and BetOnline.ag. I mean, BetOnline, yeah, gives you the money. I mean, I wish I had my notes.
If I put in 100
I'm sorry,
bucks,
that's my fault. I
It is
lost
your
the
fault.
notes.
Everything's your
my
fault.
bad.
If you weren't gone last week, you'd have that all printed out for us here, Ben.
Thanks, Ben.
You call yourself a producer. I'm just looking through here. I want to find other notes that I might need for tonight's show, for tonight's program.
Mike Adams is going through his book.
You know, this is. Remember, I was telling you about Blue Dream.
Yes.
That's what happens with Blue Dream. You lose your papers and your mind a little bit.
Shouldn't have a cream soda before the show either.
That's right.
That's a good one. Where is it? Oh, here. Oh, look. There it is. Okay, hold that for next week.
This isn't it, but okay, I'll hold this one for next week.
I don't care.
It's a different one.
I don't care what that is. I just want you to hold that until next week.
This is one of our.
And I hope. Oh, I know what I was going to mention, which really gets me. This is true.
What is it?
I watch TV, and every time an ad comes on for a medicine, I go another one, and I write down the name of it. I didn't bring my list.
Yeah.
But their name. They always give the medicines weird names.
Who comes up with those names?
Yeah, you know.
It's a method based on. Yeah, it's a really long, annoying, complicated thing.
It's a
I do know it,
terrible.
though.
It's a terrible, terrible method. But Big Pharma has taken over the advertising of all the advertising on television.
They're the only ones with money.
You see an ad, and then you see another ad for another medicine, and then maybe remember it used to be all cars, like Ford and Chevy and Jeep and all they have all these things with their new models.
Yeah.
No, you don't see those anymore.
No, now it's the
Because
new drug.
They're taking their whole car industry and they're flipping it over to electric cars, which, by the way, is deadly for us. Think about this. What if they make us go to all electric cars? Now everybody has an electric car.
And they're going to 2035 is the cutoff.
Now
date.
you go to a line, a gas station, or they call it a charging station, and it's the line is 7 cars deep, and they're all taking 15 to 20 minutes each to charge their cars. You're going to be on the road for a while. A. B, what if there's a power failure? What if a hurricane sweeps through and knocks out all the power sources so you can't charge anything? Even with a home generator, you're screwed. We're all screwed. No one can go anywhere. You're marooned. You're stranded.
I mean, here's the reality. We know this is coming. This is the wave that's coming, and it's bullshit. You keep your gasoline car. Did you guys not see Mad Max or Road Warrior or any of those post-apocalyptic movies where only the gas-powered stuff is going?
And as Bill Lee said last week, a 57 Chevy doesn't have all the chips in it, so if they set off an EMP, your chips aren't going to fry.
Right.
Which leads me to wonder, why don't they put those chips in one of those Faraday cages inside your car? They'd be immune from the pulse.
Why don't the car manufacturers actually make the fucking chips instead of relying on another company to do it? And they're looking at it like, no, we'll make those cell phone chips and computer chips because we make way more money off of your silly little car chips. Why don't the car manufacturers just make them?
You know, better yet, we could just bring in a lot of illegal aliens into this country and make them make them.
What an idea.
Say, you know what? I know you don't want to pick lettuce. Why don't you go over here and make some chips?
That'll do it.
Seriously, because we need the chips and we don't need so much lettuce. What do you think?
Okay.
I'm on it.
Especially that kale bullshit.
That's not real lettuce. That's all fake lettuce. So I think I've covered all the topics that I need. How many? See, I'm really out of sorts.
38.
Today. We've done 38 minutes.
38 minutes. This
My
podcast.
limit is 40.
It's 38 minutes. People can't ever get back if they've listened to this podcast.
Sometimes it's 45. Sometimes 40. Sometimes we'll do 45.
It's true.
You know, and I used to complain about 4-hour shows on WEEI in my day.
Back in the day.
But they had 18-minute commercial
barely
breaks.
had to do any of those.
They
Between
had-
the Red Sox in the summer and the Celtics in the winter, you barely had 4-hour shows.
I know. But I did have to remove all the back hair from the chair when Mutt left. So that was a terrible thing.
You were easily the highest paid per minute on-air talent in the company.
I still am.
That's
because they're still paying me. We have a special, I guess Joe and Jerry have told me through the email that they have a special guest star on their karaoke, their Castiglioke thing today. A special guest star, a famous Red Sox player.
Mike Greenwell.
I don't know. Is Greeny still down in Florida? Well, maybe he'd probably do country music. Let's bring in Joe and Jerry. See what they've got up their sleeves.
Joe, I know it. I know who it's going to be. Carlos Quintana.
Carlos.
It's Carlos Santana, by the way. So, just so you know, Ben, I know you weren't even born yet. To quote Mike, Troop, what do you think of this guy?
I think he's kind of a mutton head. He's a Generation Xer. We got a special guest tonight, Joe. This is going to be very special for us.
We're bringing in one of our old friends, a guy who told me a long time ago that his favorite band was Santana. Played at Woodstock. He's going to do a little song for us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Louis Tion. Got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. Got me so blind I can't see. And she a black magic woman. And she tried to make a Diablo out of me. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Yeah, don't turn your back on me, baby. Start messing around with your tricks. Don't turn your back on me, baby. Just might pick up my magic sticks.
This is the guitar interlude, and if, believe it or not, Louis is playing the guitar. I didn't even know Louis played.
He's got some licks, Troop. Tocando la guitarra. I can play the guitar. I'm hungry, too. You got something to eat? Okay, shut up, man. I'm playing. You shut up. Hey, fuck you. Playing my guitar over here. Okay. Here we go. Got your spell on me, baby. You got your spell on me, baby. See, you got your spell on me, baby. You're turning my heart into stone. I need you so bad, magic woman, I can't leave you alone.